Hello, and welcome to another video. This video was made in collaboration with TourBox, which is this Dr. Seuss Switch controller looking doohickey that I'm unboxing, and I'll be using to make the drawing in this video. I'm going to talk about it more in depth here in a second, but just as a general summary, TourBox is a macro controller that can be used to replace keyboard hotkeys in computer software. You can use it for digital art, photo and video editing, digital sculpting, animation, you name it. You can program any of these buttons and knobs to replace any keyboard shortcuts you would normally use. If you like the sound of that, there's an affiliate link you can use to purchase one in the description. It would really help me out, and if you use the coupon code RABBIT at checkout, you'll get $10 off your order. So, I could walk you through how to set it up and program everything and show you how to use the software, but there's an instruction manual for a reason, so I figured the best thing to do would be to show you a demonstration of me using it in a drawing. And honestly, the software is fairly intuitive. I figured it out with even looking at the manual and managed to program things to how I like them. I was sent an email from the TourBox folks with talking points that used phrases like macro features, automated processing, and comprehensive multi-command, and I'm not entirely sure what those things mean, but really it's just a compact bop-it that you can program hotkeys to. I was very impressed with the immense range of functions that it could run though. Aside from each button performing its own function, buttons can be programmed as modifiers for other buttons or dials to change what they do. Apparently you can also use it to open folders or run URLs, but I didn't really delve that deep into it. Between button combinations and double pressing, you can program way over 50 different functions. I know because I counted. That means you could program all of the letter and number keys on your keyboard to it if you wanted and type with it, but that would be pretty silly. Still, it's cool that the option is even there. I'll include a picture at the end of the video that shows how I programmed my TourBox for this drawing. You'll notice that there are so many functions that I didn't have uses for all of them, but if I was using more than a brush and an eraser for this drawing, I'm sure I'd have no problem finding ways to program them. You can also make multiple presets depending on the program, which is a feature that many drawing tablets have overlooked, so I'm glad that it's an option with this. As you can see from the little video camera in the corner, all the functions can be reached with ease using only one hand. Each button is unique enough that you don't need to look down to know what you're hitting. But I couldn't help thinking that it might be easier to use if it were oriented as a mirror image of its current button layout. That's because the majority of people that use this are right-handed. Not that I'm trying to exclude left-handed people, I know you still exist, please don't cancel me, but it's still an undeniable fact that most people are right-handed. This means that it might make sense for the big side button to be used by the thumb of your left hand, so everything should be swapped to the opposite side. Regardless, it was still very easy to use. I didn't have to touch my keyboard or even take my eyes off the screen for the functions I normally use in Paint Tool Sci the entire time. Overall, I think this is a very good product, the kind of thing you might see on Shark Tank, but maybe a little too niche to appeal to masses. Personally, I will keep using it for the time being and maybe set it up for video editing as well. I think it's very nice. Now I'm going to actually talk about the drawing. You'll probably notice that the title says Tattoo Idea, and that is exactly what this is. It is an idea, nothing more than that, for a tattoo for myself. I was originally just planning on making this a quick sketch, but I got a bit carried away, and am now releasing this after the originally agreed upon date with the TourBox people. So, I'm sorry, TourBox people. I didn't mean to. I've never gotten a tattoo before, but I want my first one to be a large back piece, so I'll be starting off strong. Go hard or go home, you know? I actually have a few more ideas I'm debating between, and I'd like to draw them out because it helps me decide on the design. I'm already a pretty indecisive person. I don't like making decisions, so you can probably imagine the mental ping pong I've been playing when it comes to deciding what design I want for a large piece of permanent body art. The last thing I want is to get a large back tattoo and end up not liking the design or wishing I had gotten something else. I'm not trying to live with regrets here. The reason I decided on a plant owl thing for my first design is because I've always liked drawing birds and nature, and this is a nice mixture of the two. Also, I really like owls. They symbolize a lot of things that I'd like to think I align with, such as wisdom, mental fortitude, the strong but silent type. All me. I'm an owl. But part of me wants to do something a little bit edgier for my tattoo. Something with a skull, because I've kind of always been enamored with drawing skulls. They're just fun and interesting, and I would love to make something with a skull that also shows a contrast between life and death. You know, maybe I'll throw in some flowers and butterflies, I don't know. So yeah, a lot of mental turmoil with this tattoo idea. It's been all I think about when I go to bed lately. Like, it's bedtime now. Time to fall asleep thinking about possible tattoo ideas I'd like. That's my designated tattoo brainstorming time. Like I said before, I've never gotten a tattoo, so I'm also not quite sure how to go about relaying what I want to a tattoo artist. I know there's probably good and bad etiquette when it comes to deciding on a tattoo design with an artist. It gets a little more complicated because I'd like to design whatever tattoo I get myself. But that also doesn't mean that I want it to be exactly how I draw it. As an artist myself, I expect myself to improve at my own art in the future, just like I've been doing for my entire life. So if I got a tattoo exactly like how I had drawn it in the year 2022, come 2030, I'm sure I could draw something much better, and my tattoo would just be a constant reminder of how my art used to be worse. Like, I wouldn't want a tattoo drawn by myself from 10 years ago because my art wasn't as good as it is now. That's not what I want. My plan is to find a tattoo artist who is more talented than me and for them to recreate my drawing in their own style. But at the same time, I know that tattoo artists are artists just like any other artist, and they have their own art styles and things they like to draw, and I don't know if it's a common thing for them to make art designed by someone else. This is all very new to me. If anyone watching this has experience with getting tattoos, or maybe some of you are tattoo artists yourselves, please feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. It'd be appreciated. Like I said before, the drawing took a lot longer than I expected, so I kind of had to rush the rest of the video, and I didn't really record audio for its entirety, so from this point on, it's just vibing. Please enjoy. So, that's my drawing. Thanks for watching. I've been posting progress pictures of this as I make it on my Instagram story, so if you're not following me there, you really should be. And remember to use my TourBox affiliate link if I've convinced you to get one, and you can save yourself $10 with the code RABBIT at checkout. Anyway, thanks, bye.